Hello and welcome to the Daadi podcast, where we explore why it's not something new that we need, but something different. Daadi means grandmother in Hindi, and we draw on her wisdom, the skills of making do, mending, and caring for what we already have. In this podcast, we share the stories behind that work, from fashion and sustainability to community, creativity, and quiet acts of change. So, let's start the conversation. Right, hello everybody. Okay, before we begin today's episode, I want to take a moment to dedicate this conversation to Amelia Bloomer, a woman who dared to challenge what society told her she should wear, and in doing so quietly reshaped what women could be. She didn't just change fashion, she changed freedom. And today we're still asking that same question. Sometimes whispered, sometimes shouted, how dare she? How dare she speak up? How dare she take up space? And how dare she choose differently? Right, we know that one. Okay, at Daadi, I see this every day. Women walking through the door, not just looking for clothes, but for expression, confidence, sometimes even a new version of themselves. Because clothing, it's never just clothing, is it? It carries stories, histories, expectations, and sometimes resistance. So today, I'm incredibly honoured to be joined by Emma Jane Lawton, the creator of the How Dare She exhibition, a powerful exploration of women's voices, courage, and the moments where society tried to silence them and they chose not to be. Emma, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Did I say all that right?
You did.
I did?
Yeah,
So that was
perfect.
good. Wow. I mean, what a great title for an exhibition. And we're going to talk about that. But the first thing we always ask everybody when you've got your coffee and you're sitting back on your pink sofa and the donuts, we've got a lot to live up to. You are a member here, aren't you?
I am. I'm a pioneer
You
member.
are a pioneer member.
Yeah.
And so have you had your best find? The best find?
Okay. Not about best find, but I was working in Moira about a month ago.
Mhm.
It was pouring with rain. I got absolutely drenched, and I mean drenched.
Right.
So I popped into Daadi and picked out a whole new outfit just so that I could get back in the car and go home dry because I was so wet. So being a pioneer member, I could just walk in.
We have our uses,
I
don't
could
we?
walk in, pick what I want, and walk back out,
And not
have
worry.
to pay.
Yeah, not have to pay. It's amazing. Well,
Amazing.
you do pay, but
I
you
do
don't
pay,
think about
but
it.
don't think about it.
Yes.
And I find I pop in quite regularly just to see what's on the rails, and if I just take one item, then it's just one item.
And she comes in for a chat as well. Yeah, we come in for a chat because
Yeah.
we love all the community vibe that we get here, and we're getting more and more of the community vibe here. It's really good. Worst find then. It doesn't have to be from us.
Not necessarily here. No,
Okay.
my worst was probably from an online retailer, and we all know the ones that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Ordered something, it came, probably wouldn't fit a Barbie. It was so small. So yeah, we all know those.
One lesson learned there then. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, now let's go back. Let's get to the heart of this. Okay. So this is a great title for an exhibition. And when you told me what it was, I thought, oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
How dare she? In fact, I'm going through a bit of that at the moment with certain people, and it's like, you know. And I, as I've got older, well, yeah, I think I'm so glad I dared. Women that dare. Is it like
I
that?
did it. Yeah.
You did it. Yeah. Okay, so how does that mean to you? What is why the title, and to you personally, why?
I probably first thought about it, or probably first heard it, and it probably wasn't how dare she, it was more who does she think she is? When I was probably quite young, and I used to catch the bus into the local town, and the bus used to go past a grammar school, and I always used to say to my mum, I want to go to that school. I want to go to an all-girls school. I want to go there. And people kind of looked at me as if to say, who does she think she is? How dare she say that? But I did. So it's kind of a turnaround of, yeah, I did it.
Do you think it's like a jealousy that people have sometimes? I mean, I think my son is an actor in New York, and he's done the London scene and he's doing the American scene. And we've always said that when you go to America, everybody goes, "Hey, have a nice day. Wow, that's a brilliant," you know. And he said it's so true that sometimes when he's worked in London, there is a certain jealousy of people. They don't like you being successful. And when it's a woman that's doing it as well, it's like,
Yeah, it's almost as if they're out of that zone of where people think that women should be. So they've stepped out of that
yeah.
comfort zone that society thinks that a woman should be in.
Which
So
reminds me, yeah, it reminds me of something my husband said. My husband used to work for Club 1830 many years ago. And when I first met him, he was doing a lot of training. And one of the questions in the training for the debate that they had, because they used to get all the new recruits coming in for reps, for being holiday reps, and they would have this little debate. And one of the questions in this debate was, should women be barefoot and pregnant and in the kitchen? And I can remember saying, you don't ask them that, do you? And he said,
Why?
yeah, it's a great question, and it really gets people fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's whether a woman's, whether she's wearing something different, whether she's wearing clothes that people think, what on earth is she wearing?
Yeah.
Because how dare she? How dare she wear that? And she kind of, that's how it makes her feel. Well,
yeah.
I dare.
So did you dare and go to the grammar school?
I did.
You did. Well done.
Yeah.
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 And that made you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's probably the first time that I probably felt that kind of stepping out of that comfort zone. Maybe it's women that have ambition. I don't know. But I didn't obviously know it when I was so young. But
no, and I don't know. It's something that I'm much more aware of now when I look back on things that we've done in the past, and the acceptance that we had as younger women as well. Well, okay, well, somebody would say something and you go, oh, let it go. And as we've got older, we've got stronger and wiser and gone, no, you know what? I'm not going to let that go anymore. That is,
and I left school, an all-girls school, and went to university and joined a university course. And I was the only girl on that course with 60 males. So,
what did you study?
Civil engineering.
Did you?
Yeah. So,
wow.
So, again, that was a bit of a how dare she moment.
Yeah. But also because like in those, well, I don't know, you're younger than me, but I remember in my school years, we did domestic science and needlework, and the boys went off and did woodwork and metalwork or whatever. And that was it.
We didn't have woodwork or metalwork in school. We did domestic science. We did cooking and needlework.
Yeah. But, I'm trying to bring needlework back, but I'm trying to bring it back in a way where it shouldn't be sniffed at. It's not a no, it's not something, it's still important. It's an important, so it's not about not doing it. It's about saying, well, we can do my mum always used to say, you can be anybody you want to be. And that's stuck with me all my life, to be able to say, well, I can do it. And let's have a go. So, I mean, this phrase, how dare she, it's been used for generations to shame women. Yeah. So is there anything in you that has gone, right, I need to stand up for this. This is why I want this title?
Probably doing what I've done.
Doing what you've done.
Yeah.
So I've question number 3, because we've got a list of questions here, and I could go on about this because it does excite me, this subject, and I would love to sort of to discuss so much. But anyway, the exhibition. So can you describe the experience of walking through the exhibition, and what do you want people to feel when they enter that space? So what have we got going on there?
I mean, all of the artists are really excited about, and they have been excited about the theme from day one. So there's some real, I know what some of the pieces are that are going to be exhibited, and we want kind of that wow factor of Oh my goodness, yeah. We
Yeah.
didn't realise. I mean, there are some people in there, some people who have been painted in there that you probably don't associate with what they've actually done in their lives. They're perceived as, for one example, we've got Dolly Parton in there, who
Okay.
people think, well, she's a
She's
country and
singing.
western singer.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the description card, then you realise just exactly what she's done. We've got
And what
Bridget
she's gone through.
and what she's gone through.
Mhm.
We've got Bridget Bardot.
Have you?
We've got Madonna,
Oh, wow. So these are all powerful women.
Tracy
that-
Emin.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
so we've got some really powerful women being portrayed in the exhibition. So it's an excitement of,
Yeah.
yeah,
And sometimes women, although, I mean, those are women, what you're talking about, those are women that are celebrities and
Yeah.
out there and they've got voices, but there's so many women that haven't got those voices
Yeah.
that are doing incredible things.
yeah.
And you often read, don't you, on Instagram about some woman that invented something and never got any credit for it.
No.
And it was, you know, and that's a
And we
real
talked
shame.
recently about it, about artists back in the 18th and 19th century, female artists that never ever got any recognition for what they painted.
Yeah.
They were put to the back in the storeroom. The artwork was put back in the storeroom, whereas the male
came out
Yeah.
and did it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it is a really weird sort of realize, you know, when you
Yeah.
realize and you look at it and
Yeah.
you look at how many and you think, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, I had something that came in this week which made me think about, you know, the women's issues and the clothing side and everything else. And I had a donation come in of clothes, and one of the items in it was an Afghan dress that had come. It was just in the top of the bag, and I remember, you know, my volunteers at the time went, "Oh, I don't know what that is," you know, and I pulled it out, and I knew instinctively that this dress had a story, and I sort of laid it on the work table and just looked at all the hand stitches and everything else, and then I googled it and realized it was from Afghanistan, and that then said to me, oh my goodness, are these dresses still being made? Because these women now can't wear this.
No.
Well, they can't wear it in public. So is this a hidden dress? Is this a hidden dress? And it really excited me to sort of learn and to discover more. And you know what I found out, which I didn't really know, was that or didn't even think about, I suppose, that the dresses are still being made. That
Wow.
they're still being made at home by the women. They're still important. This is their voice.
Yeah.
And it's the only voice they've got through their stitches.
Yeah.
And we can't lose that. We really can't lose that. And so, you know, to those women out there, how dare they, you know? But they're doing it. They're doing it, and well done, because we need, whatever it is, it needs to be done.
There are other, I mean, we've got photographers who are going to exhibit their work. And I don't want to say too much because it's obviously it will spoil the effect of the exhibition. But some of the stories, some of the descriptions behind the pieces of work are phenomenal. They're just, they make you just sit back and really think.
Yeah.
And we've decided this year to have a people's choice. So people viewing the pieces of work don't necessarily pick out their favourite, but they pick out the piece of work that they think best suits that theme of how dare she.
Yeah. Well, that actually has a voice.
That sort of voice.
On a canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is something that, you know, when you look at things and you think, wow, that I'm like that with paintings.
Yeah.
I struggle with, would it look nice on my wall in my colour scheme? And then I go, is it speaking to me?
Yeah.
Is it saying something? Yeah. And, you know, for those, I mean, this is an amazing thing. And how many artists have you got?
We've got 19 artists, all female, from across the Marina Alta, and we have 31 pieces of work.
Right, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And from the men's point of view, what's been the response with this? Sorry, I know I didn't give you that as a question, but it's in my head.
We get lots of men saying, how come I can't exhibit?
Yeah.
Why aren't men allowed to exhibit? And it's not that we don't want men to exhibit, it's we're trying to give women the chance to have an exhibition with fellow female artists, and that's what it's all about.
It's funny, isn't it? Because you will then go and do it then.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to go and have an all-male one, but get on with it and do it yourself, and don't expect us to do it for you, because we're doing this and this is our voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that is just incredible. So where is this exhibition?
The exhibition is at La Sagnetta,
right,
in Moira, which is the building that houses the tourist information on the corner of the large car park where the market is on Friday. It's on the first floor. And we start on the 30th of April. We have an opening event at 7:00 in the evening. Everybody's welcome, of course. Come and have a look. Come and chat with the artists. All of the artists will be there. We've got Carver and Nibbles. We have musicians there. We've got a violinist playing, pianist.
So it's a real an exhibition, entertainment, and everything else. Yeah, I'm definitely coming.
And then the exhibition runs for 2 weeks until the 15th of May. So people can come whenever they like during the day to La Sagnetta.
Well, we'll have leaflets here in the shop. Yeah. So anybody coming in that wants to pick up a leaflet, we've got them here.
There's plenty of information on social media, on Facebook.
Yeah. And Emma, this is just amazing, and I really want to. I know she's laughing at me. She was so nervous when she came in, and we do that here. And I go, oh, don't worry, we'll wing it. We'll talk about it. And I mean, I think the subject is just crazy, interestingly crazy. And I think there's so much going on now, especially for women. There's so many opportunities out there that they don't have to sit back, and they have got a voice. With people like you, through like Daadi and people like that, with there's so much support in this community. This community is amazing, and the amount of people that come together, I just love it. And I'd love to see more of it.
And there's a whole host of nationalities as well. It's not just open to not just the English. We have Spanish ladies who have painted or taken photographs. We've got a ceramicist, Spanish ceramicist, an Israeli lady taking photographs, Polish lady taking photographs. So it's a real mix of nationalities.
We have that in our workroom sometimes, where we get a group of people around the table, and they're Spanish, German, Dutch. And we sit there and we look and we're like, right, how do I say, can you pass the scissors over, please? Or whatever. And so there's a lot of hand sign language going on and stuff. But the cultural, the one thing about women when they come together, there is no, I don't know, they just get on with it. It doesn't matter where they come from. They're all women. And they all work together. And we all want to do the same things. We all want to, have good families, just have a peaceful life, have a laugh. Be independent, not have to worry about what we're saying or walking on eggshells, or and there's so many opportunities now for women just to get out there, and I love that fact. I think that's really good. So please,
this is going to be so exciting as well. We're all kind of buzzing about it now.
We're all buzzing here.
It's been a lot of work. 6 months in the planning of getting everything together.
Well, I came to your last exhibition, and it was amazing. It was lovely, and I love art. I do, and I wish I could do more. And your work, Emma, is amazing. I saw what you did at the last wellbeing show. And it doesn't matter, does it? An artist, the amount of artists that I've met that didn't start until they were in their 50s.
No, that's right. Yeah.
And I think that's just incredible. You don't have to. Everybody has some kind of creativity in them.
Or they're self-taught. I mean, this year we've got some different artists as well who have never exhibited before. They're nervous.
Right. So we need to get along and give them a good.
And they deserve it. They're fabulous. Some of the work is absolutely amazing.
Emma, thank you for sitting here in the office and telling us all about this. It's so good. And so just a final word on it. I hope that people are listening to this, and we need to share it. So if you hear this podcast, please share it on Instagram or YouTube or wherever you can, on Facebook, and tell your friends about it, because it's really important stuff, this. And thank you very much.
No, thank you. And please come along.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Thanks so much for listening to the Daadi podcast. For more about our clothes swaps, community projects and slow fashion movement, head straight to daadifoundation.com. You can also follow us on Daadi Clothes Swaps on Facebook, on Instagram and on TikTok. See you next time.